here for our Board of Directors meeting for the month of May. Would you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Catherine, if you call the roll, please.
Tom McIntyre.
Here.
Skip Zimmerman. Janet Mirando. Here. Kathy Levitt. Here. Michael Lon. Scott Harris. Hi, Scott. And Ken Jerome. Okay.
Was this meeting properly noticed? Yes, it was. Okay, we'll now start with the open forum. First on the list is Jolene Porter.
Okay, just a question. Are we gonna have the dryer vents clean for the condos? Do we need to sign up for that, or it'll just happen?
It'll just happen.
Okay. And this is just a information for anybody who's still gonna be here through Memorial Day. There is a Memorial Day picnic. It is at 1 o'clock here in the clubhouse. Hamburgers, hot dogs, beans, salad, dessert. $5 a person, and you bring your own beverages. And you need to sign up by the Thursday before.
Thank you, Jolene.
Thanks.
Very good.
Yep.
Ed Ricky.
Yep.
Hi, good evening. I just want to thank the board, Eric in particular, and Brett for the outstanding job that they have done with the lighting. I am on the Lighting and Safety Committee with Ken Jerome, Robert Pignatelli, and Joe DeSteven, and myself. And we spent a few nights riding around trying to highlight the places that needed the most light. And thanks to Eric for taking our recommendations and starting where we felt was the most need of lighting. And then I'm sure as the money becomes more available, we'll continue on moving down the line. And once again, thank you very much. Came out outstanding.
Thank you, Ed. Pat Ricky.
I have spoken to Eric about when we had the 50-50 raffle at Pine Ridge and another time. We have listed dates that the social club would like to do a 50-50 raffle. We would like to use that money towards offsetting Pine Ridge Day, so we can get something bigger and better than we had last year, and people wouldn't have to pay as much if the board would buy a TV for us. The big 65-inch smart TV. But otherwise, we would use the money for that, but we like to use it for 50 Pine Ridge Day, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. I have a list. Do you want it?
Yes.
I know Eric has it.
We have not discussed this as a board, but we will.
Okay. Thank you.
Do I have a motion to waive the reading of the minutes from the last meeting?
I so moved.
Second? Been made and second that we waive the reading because they've already been posted. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Manager's report.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
We have been busy over the last month maintaining the property. We're going to run through some things that you should be aware of. We'll start with roofing. The roofing project is continuing. They are currently finishing the 8th roof in the project, which I think is pretty impressive considering today is their 23rd day in Pine Ridge, so that's pretty good, I think. And they've actually started the night. We have 17 roofs total for this project, so we're about halfway done. We have had a lot of compliments on the look of the new shingle. New gutters will also be installed. New gutters will also be installed on all the buildings that receive a new roof. We're working on finalizing the plan for the gutters very soon, and we will release more details when we have them. Security, we did have a couple of occurrences over the last month of kids coming over from the east side of the lake, coming through the fence. Each time that happened, we notified and filed a report with the sheriff's office. We signed a form stating that if they do find out who did it, that we do want to prosecute. And they were going to go and knock on some doors over on that street that runs parallel to the fence, and kind of let the parents know what's going on, and if they don't want their kids to get in trouble, make sure they don't do it again. It seems to have worked as of now. The dumpster gates and the McGill fence, they're the company we had a lengthy dispute with about the dumpster fences. They finally completed the job, and we have new gates. They're better than the old gates. They're still not the best. We're going to look into possibly doing some things to reinforce them. But overall, they've held up pretty well, and we've had some windy days. The lake riprap, we outsourced some labor. We brought in 4 day workers to work around the lake and lift the riprap rocks that had eroded down over the years to the bottom of the lake and bring them back up to the top. It's a lot less expensive than bringing in new rock all the time. And we had a good opportunity with the lake level being so low that they can get in there and do it without getting very wet, which is nice for them. Lighting, thank you to Ed for the nice words about the lighting. So far we've installed 18 of the new LED style lights. We converted 6 poles from single lights into double lights. We've got an order of a dozen more lights coming in, so that'll put us at 30. And then we're going to look at the budget from there and see what can we do this year. And then if we've kind of maxed out where we are, we'll carry forward again next year. But I've had a lot of phone calls, a lot of compliments. People like the light. They like to have more light. So I think that's something that the board is probably going to want to consider carrying through to the rest of the community. Irrigation system. As most of you probably know, we pump the water that we irrigate all the grass and the plants with out of our lake. And our lake getting lower and lower, we're getting lighter and lighter on water. And the problem that we encountered was where our pump is, which is at the northwest corner of the lake. That pumps the water out. There's a pipe that extends off the pump into the water. It doesn't extend very far, and it kind of hugs the bank of the lake. And it was sucking in dirt and mud and air, and it was shutting the system down because it's, thankfully the computer programs it to shut itself down when that happens so that way it doesn't damage the whole system. But that's a big problem because if we don't water, we're going to have our landscaping not look that good. We have a lot of resources tied up in that. So we absolutely cannot let that happen. The best solution that we were able to come up with was to add about 50 feet of pipe to the end of the pipe that the pump is connected to, and then redirect it out towards the center of the lake where there's more water available. And that seems to have corrected the problem. The only thing we're going to have to look at now in the future is potentially adding a second filter at the end of that new pipe. And then there's a little better filtration, but when you have that distance, that's something that you want to consider. So that's something we'll be bringing up in the future. Pool heater maintenance. Our geothermal pool heaters have their scheduled maintenance, and everything is fine. There was a couple minor issues, but all the parts were covered under the warranty, so very minimal expense. Pool umbrellas. The new umbrellas that we purchased last year have not held up. They're constantly being repaired. We've had a lot of problems. Believe it or not, umbrellas are something we have problems with. So we're gonna go ahead and exchange those. We were able to make a deal with the vendor where we could get full credit back for what we paid for them, and then just pay the difference to go with the higher quality, more durable umbrellas. So the new umbrellas are ordered. We're gonna pay $75 each to upgrade, but I think it's gonna be well worth it in the long run because these we can't save. They're just not. Landscaping an additional day. Beginning this past Saturday, Avant-Yard began their Saturday service that will carry through the summer. This time will be used for additional trimming that's required through the summer rains. All the bushes and plants that we planted a few years ago are maturing now to the point where they need a little more maintenance, especially during this time of year. So for May, June, July, and August, we will have them here 3 days a week. One thing that you're going to see them start to do, they've already started, is do what they call the hard cut or the discipline cut, which is where they cut everything way back, and you're probably not very happy when you see it. I just want to tell everybody, you know, this is the right thing to do. This is what keeps the plants looking nice and bushy and good for most of the year, rather than getting leggy and kind of stringy. And in a month or two, they'll be back to bushy again. So don't be too upset. We apologize if they cut off anything that was blooming nicely or anything like that, but please bear with us. This is something that we have to do every year. Trash pickup reduction, beginning this week, we'll have reduced the trash down to Mondays only. So 1 day a week due to the reduced population here. The Adopt a Road Committee, we've got a dedicated group of volunteers who's been out cleaning up several times already. If you're interested in volunteering, let us know. We'll get you in touch with the group leader. The county installed our sign up at the corner, right as you turn off of Palm Beach onto Orange River, near the old Marathon gas station. You'll see a blue sign that says Litter Control, Adopt a Road, and it says Pine Ridge Condo Association, which is kind of neat. So look for that when you're out there. And last thing we touched on in the open forum, the dryer vent cleaning. We had that scheduled for the first week of June. The way they do that is from the roof of the building. It's only in the multi-story, so if you're in a villa, you don't have to worry about that happening. But the dryer vent cleaning, they'll do it the week of June 2nd, and they'll be in and they'll do it right from the roof. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Eric. Treasurer's report.
I'm happy to report again this month. I don't have a microphone, you see, but I don't think I need one. I'm happy to report again this month that the Treasury remains stable. This month we were able to resolve our most serious delinquent account. This is a unit that I reported a few months ago that may be heading towards foreclosure. I'm happy to report that this account has now been paid in full. Currently, we are reviewing our accounts and several investments that are ready to mature. There are a few different options we will be considering. Any investments of the association's funds are always kept in FDIC insured accounts at all times. I have attached a balance sheet and income statement for March for your review. Since we are having this meeting 1 week earlier than we normally do, I do not have the completed April financial statement ready to share with you. However, I will attach that next month. That's it.
Thank you, Janet.
Welcome.
I don't have anything in addition to what the other people have reported, except for the things that we'll be discussing in old business and new business. So we'll just let that cover my president's report. Any committee reports?
Yeah. We had our, we had our first cable meeting this past month. We were presented with 3 proposals. They were not satisfactory, not in our favor, and we have basically said, give us a realistic proposal from Comcast as well as a couple of your competitors, and renegotiate on our terms. Give them their terms, and now we'll be sitting back and waiting for them to take some action.
Better news next time.
Yes.
We thought we had really something going here, but I think they're just out for the money like most people are anyway. So we're really skeptical now of our consultants. We may have to form our own consulting team right here.
Yeah, we did really well the last time. I think we can do well again this time.
I'm going to go into old business, and this also is part of the Lake Committee report. We have last week, Ron Business, or last month, Ron Business suggested that we better utilize the lake, and we contacted our insurance. Excuse me.
Tommy's all choked up on this.
Yeah. We contacted our insurance company, and they said as long as we are not supplying the boats or whatever's on the lake, that we are not going to be liable. But our lawyer suggests that we also, if anybody wants to use the lake, that they sign a release saying that they will not hold us responsible, that they're doing this at their own risk. And so I would like to enlarge our lake and amenities committee. So if any of you are interested in better utilization of our lake, we're going to have a sign-up sheet put on the bulletin board, and you can sign up, and then we'll meet as soon as we can and get something going. I really don't think we're going to get too much happening this summer, but we can at least get the ball started to roll.
Basically, everyone, we're looking for ideas, just ideas so we can all enjoy the lake. That's all, that's where it stands right now, just ideas.
Okay, moving on to news business. We need to discuss the flooring of the condos. We had our engineers look at the floor, and at first they were concerned that the mats were, that the carpeting was holding moisture and causing the rebar underneath the concrete to deteriorate. And then we got a second report from them, and they said, well, it's not as bad as we thought. So we pretty much agreed that we're going to try to form a committee and discuss some of the possibilities of what we want to do. But it looks like, from what I gather from the rest of the board, we didn't take an official vote. We just got a consensus that we're going to stick with the carpeting. However, we still have other options. If there's enough concern about the deterioration of the concrete, then we won't go that route. We'll go another route. And there are other possibilities other than the carpeting. Anybody want to comment on that?
Can I say something? Just if we decide to replace carpeting with carpeting, then the board can vote to go ahead and proceed with that and go ahead immediately. If the community would more rather have some type of hard surface flooring that may be better for the structural integrity of the building in the long run, then we have to choose what that is. I'd probably recommend temporarily turning one little hallway and doing it so that we can see what it looks like. And then it would have to go out to a vote of the people. that we would need a vote in favor of changing to a different material. So, changing to a different material is kind of the recommended choice from a structure, from a building structure point of view. But there's a little more to it, and it may or may not pass. So that's what the board has to consider. Price-wise, carpet is actually probably more than if we did some type of finished concrete look, because just the cost of the carpet itself, and you wouldn't have that the other way. But I don't think it's enough difference that cost should make the decision. It should be what is
And the people that get the carpet on their places are the ones that should make the decision, not those of us that live in other.
So we're gonna form another committee. And this is gonna be a condo owners committee to keep dull people from sticking their nose into their business.
But we have the answer.
Any other comment? Okay, moving on to other new business. We, maybe Eric can explain this a little better, but we're going to replace some of the sod that, not only the ones that are burned out by the drought, but they're just weeds growing. And they've never been, never had the Scott here to put the floristane or whatever kind of grass that is, that needs to be to replace the weeds that we have growing, especially in the open spaces between villas where it was never landscaped. It was just left and the weeds grew, and they just kept mowing the weeds.
We have big areas of what's called crabgrass, and it'll be turning green, and actually pretty nice pretty soon, because it's green for about 3 or 4 months in the summertime. But then in the wintertime, for 7, 8 months, it looks terrible. So what we want to do is cut those areas out and strategically improve certain areas that we can.
So we're going to implement that. And I noticed that maybe you noticed too, the irrigation people are coming in on Wednesday. So hopefully they're going to get this all straightened out so that our bushes and sod are going to get proper irrigation, and
we wouldn't actually proceed with any sod until it starts raining, number one. But number two is any areas that would get new sod would have the irrigation thoroughly audited in those sections and make sure that it's going to be effective.
okay, we also have a problem in that, oh, I'm sorry. We have to vote to implement putting in the sod.
We've proposed to the board starting with a $5,000 budget for sod.
I move that we approve that budget for the sod and proceed. I second.
Okay, then motion been made and seconded that we spend $5,000 to improve the sod enhancement at the clubhouse, around the club. Any comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed.
This is so embarrassing. Guilty. I never had this happen to me.
Okay, moving on to the third point in the new business. We have, as you notice, we have 17 roofs being replaced this year. Next year, we're only scheduled for 3, I'm sorry. So, we have a roofer that is an owner here, and he's willing to inspect the roof and to see if it indeed needs to be replaced. And if not, we can put that off and combine it with the roofs that are going to be replaced in 2019. However, if he feels these roofs are in jeopardy, then we'll go ahead and replace them this year.
The idea is not to pay to have them mobilized and come back out just for 3 roofs. And it's also the impact and inconvenience of people in the community. So by using this strategy, it's not really going to make a huge difference on the budget, but it'll a lot less impact, and it's just as smart.
You don't need a motion on that, do
But not,
You
not,
do.
not at this time.
you? Okay.
We do have enough money if we need to do them this year.
You know, that was my thought, just while they're here, just do them.
Well,
Yeah.
and the thought is
But cost more.
there's a school of thought that, well, we've got a good deal right now, we think we negotiated a pretty good deal. Well, we can knock that deal and go ahead and do them now. We don't know what the deal's gonna be in 2 years.
You
Fine.
don't know what they might give you a deal for those 3.
We don't even know what they'll give us the deal now, we'll have to try to get more. But if we wait for 2 years, it gives you another 2 years to save them. So there's pluses and minuses to both.
Factors of unknown. It's like it's stock market.
So we're going to do that next few weeks. We'll have the inspection, and then the board will come to a conclusion whether we want to go forward or have them do it while they're still here or whatever. Any other new business comes before the board? Okay, we're now going to open up the floor to anyone that wants to discuss further agenda items.
Can I ask which 3 roofs you're gonna do later? Or do you know?
Which 3 are for 2018. There's 1 on Sylvia and 2 on Lisa. Big
Are you
condo.
all gonna be doing Blackberry
Big
now?
condo. They're done 18 years after they were last done. So it's not
I
done
know
by
we're not at
street,
that point.
it's done by roof, and on the 18th anniversary of the roof, that's when yours is.
And can I say one thing? Anybody that's got a skylight, make sure you're home when they do it, because the last time they did our roofs, if I hadn't happened to be home, I would have been up a creek when it rained, because they didn't put all 4 corners down tight. I happened to be in the kitchen and I looked up and I could see outside. So keep an eye on your skylights if you live in the villas.
We don't know who did the roof.
I don't know who did the roofs back then either, but I just happened to be
We
home.
should, yeah, they're brand new skylights.
But that doesn't mean anything, they still don't look that much.
They look very nice, the new skylights, I think.
When will the new wind mitigation reports be available?
We'll have the inspector come in all the roofs. I think we're gonna hold off on that right now. We're gonna try to do some things without interrupting the pool service, because I know a lot of people count on that. So we have a couple ideas, and it's not anything that's causing any damage. So
I think we're going to get Ed in his scuba gear to go down there.
Can I make a recommendation about the dumpsters, since they're only gonna be picking up 1 day a week? Just don't open the door and drop it right there. Throw it to the back, because after a while, that all builds up, and when you open that door, you're getting it in your lap. I know some of the older people can't, even the 2 younger guys
we have
can.
some questions. Would it be helpful if there was like a broomstick or something there that you could use to push it
If
back?
they would just take it and heave it to the back of the bin, it would help.
But assuming that they're never gonna do that, would it be helpful to have a
Yeah.
broomstick or
It's been
something?
almost 30 years and they haven't done it. See them doing it now.
There was one on the dumpster on Sailview, and it worked perfectly for a while. And then now, the dumpster that's there now doesn't have it in there.
Well, that was for the door, right, Ed?
It was, no, well, it was on the dumpster, the sliding door. I thought it was for to keep the raccoons out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you know, and that worked, as far as that goes, that aspect of it worked perfect. I don't know as far as,
The problem with that was there were some people who didn't realize that it's still open there, and we had a couple of problems with that.
okay.
But I was thinking if there was just sticks there, if there wasn't much of bags in front, you could use it and push it back.
Yeah, but don't throw it away after you're done with it.
Put a sign up, please do not throw.
Any other comments to be made about the agenda items?
I just have a quick question about the carpeting. If you do the concrete, you have to come with some kind of material where it's not slippery.
Yeah,
Correct,
like a
yeah.
textured, non-slip, you know, but a nice finished product that.
You can see a lot of those at the office buildings and that in Fort Myers where they've actually taken it and they made it non-skid. It's really quite nice.
One of the things I
That,
recommend.
those carpets do hold the water. I mean, this year is not an indicator, but last year, from May until November, every time we walked in across the carpet into our condo, onto the hardwood floor,
yeah.
you knew that it was wet. And you've been there, we hadn't had rain for quite a while. It holds it for a long time. You don't realize how long it holds.
For committee's form, I'd probably recommend that you go around and visit several other condos and see where they have.
Yeah.
But, one of the things that I said is carpet kind of dates the building, makes it look a little older.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a theater, especially the color.
I'm sorry, we can't, we're only discussing agenda items.
I just wanted to say thank you to those people that did the handiwork on the windows, on the cribs. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That was for the first part of the meeting.
You're late.
But thank you, I appreciate it too. Thank you very much. Thank you, committee.
One more. When they do the are they gonna redo the sprinklers when they do the sod and all that stuff?
Not necessarily redo the sprinkler.
Well, I meant, are they gonna adjust them so they're not spraying on our windows?
So the spraying on your window,
Which I can't get off.
independent of the sod, come down, fill out a work order, and we'll have our crew come over and make the adjustments. That has
Well, I
nothing
thought
to do
maybe
with
they would
sod.
do them when they did the sod.
Well, there may not necessarily be sod going over that window. If I would have a work order, they're here every Wednesday, and they'll come over, turn it on, and make the adjustments that they need. Now, the areas that we're gonna sod, you know, the irrigation's gonna work and it better work, or else they're buying us new sod again. But, so, yes.
Do the work order now. Better do it now than later.
Any other comment? Do I have a motion?
I move that we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
No, that's mine.
Hey, don't count in.
Look. Votes are confusing, Dad, something. Right? There'll be a little excitement out there. Yeah, I was playing. Just like always, yeah.
Kentucky.
I signed you up Huh? Yeah.
Well, I have a closing date for possibly next week for Kentucky.
Kentucky, you get rid of it. Like we
Well, you're gonna notice it, you can have a hard time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. I know, I have nothing left.
It's so easy, so easy. It's so easy to see me in the phone.
I know. I just wanted something to look last.
Stay well, babe.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
How long are you down for?
I'm hoping to go home between 4 and 8.